Yeah, what's up guys? I'm RyGo.
I'm Sam.
We're here at King of the Great Lakes.
King of the Great Lakes.
Just got done with the demos here and we're trying some new gear. And actually, I was just checking out the new lithium and it looks like there's some changes.
Yeah, the lithium is on its version 13, so it's been around at least 13 years for us.
Yeah, man. Yeah,
it's a staple in our brand, and a lot of people know the lithium, and a lot of people learned on the lithium, or it was their first kite. So it's kind of cool that that we still have it in our product range. And this year, more than most years, we've made some huge changes, and it was actually almost like a question if we keep it, you know, as the lithium, or if maybe we have a new name for a new model kite, because it has changed drastically.
So it's truly like a redesigned kite, like
it is a
different shape, different model, different purpose maybe?
I would say like it still fits in the category that it was. Like it's just a nice all-around kite, but the kite really has changed in its flying characteristics in the sky, its aspect ratio, bar pressure. Like
it looked bladier when I looked at it.
Yeah, it's just now it's way higher aspect than it was before, but it's still a comfortable kind of medium to high aspect kite. Mm-hmm. It's got really good low end, and it's way lighter in the bar now. That was like the biggest complaint that I always heard about the lithium.
I remember that actually when we first got Airush at the shop, way back when trying the lithium, and it was like super heavy bar pressure.
Yeah. And it's funny because like some schools we work with and different riders out there, they love the lithium the way it is. Mm-hmm. And so it was tough to make these changes, but that's kind of what, you know, the market was asking for. And, you know, we wanted to have the kite that you could do it all with. And it was funny when I first got on the lithium, the latest one, the V13 this year, I was like, oh, you know, they probably haven't done that many changes to it. And I was a little bit negative on it, but then I tried it and I was like, oh, wow, this is not the lithium that I'm, you know, accustomed to.
Sure.
It's a new kite, so it's pretty cool to see the lithium go in that direction. And I was saying to somebody today on the beach, I'm like, if I had to choose one kite in our range to take on a trip, it would actually be the lithium now. Mm-hmm. Which is funny, in the past it wouldn't have been. I would have taken maybe the Session or the Union or the Ultra.
Yep.
But now the lithium is definitely my go-to because it's great for foiling. It's awesome for just free riding and boosting. Mm-hmm. And I think it's kind of our most well-rounded all-around kite.
Is it fair to say that this kind of falls like in the same camp now, something like a Pivot or like an Evo, like
for
that,
sure.
like what those big air riders might be looking for, and
definitely.
Some of the. Yeah, I actually just snagged one from Sam as well, and I'm gonna take it to Florida with me this year and keep it in the quiver. And funny enough, I've been using the Sessions for like my big air sessions and like kite loops and things like that. And I'm actually keen to try a kite that's a little more designed for it and not a way. Even though the Session's been like surprisingly good for that, like surprisingly good for it. But I mean, going out on a kite that's like specifically made to get like a little bit bigger air, bladier, probably a bit floatier, I think would be kind of cool to check out.
It's definitely hard, I think, like as a brand and as a product designer to, you know, kiteboarding is such a cool sport because there's so many different disciplines under one kind of umbrella, right? You've got, you know, kiteboarding, and then you've got wave riding, you've got foiling, you've got freestyle, you got big air.
Yeah.
Like there's so many different aspects and disciplines within kiteboarding, and it is great to have, you know, a kite designed specifically for that discipline. But at the end of the day, what we found, what sells the best is the kite that can do all those disciplines and do all of them well. You know,
that's the thing currently.
Instead of being too niche-y and just, you know, like our Razor. You ride the Razor a fair bit. I've ridden the Razor a ton, and it is by far one of the best freestyle kites on the market, but it is purely freestyle, you know?
Yeah.
And it's same for our lift in the range, you know, 5 strut, swept wingtip, kind of big jumping, boosting kite, and it's good for that aspect of it. So it's, for us, the lithium now is awesome because it is a do-it-all kite, which I'm stoked on.
I think it's much needed too. I actually, like, on that note about you guys making niche gear, I just did a video with Ryder and Hatters in the spring, and we were talking about one of the things that I do appreciate about Airush is you guys still respect making high-end gear for high-end riders in specific disciplines, which is becoming a rarity these days. Yeah. Because everybody kind of wants to do it all kite, and I've done a ton of videos on this as well. that I think there's a time and place for it, and then I think for a certain rider who likes certain things, it's actually a bad call. But in your lineup, I did kind of feel like we were missing that do-it-all high-performance kite, so I'm actually really glad to see the Lithium come out and be something different.
Yeah, no, it's interesting. I did the spreadsheet a little while ago, kind of taking, you know, the top manufacturers in the world and breaking them down by category of kite. So, you know, big air, freestyle, foil, etc., etc. And you know, we had the Lithium in the category of performance freeride, and in that same category, you've got the North Reach, awesome kite. You've got the Nash Pivot, another great kite. The Duotone Evo, and you know, we definitely looked at those kites and went like, okay, what kind of characteristics do we see in these? And because people dig those kites for sure. I've used them, and they're great kites. And so, you know, a lot of the characteristics on those were the lighter bar pressure, good forward drive, they jump well, easy relaunch, super stable, and just a huge kind of wind range.
And let's not forget the loftiness that you get out of like the higher aspect too. It's definitely a more forgiving, floaty feeling for that air style that a lot of people like to do.
Yeah, no, it's yeah, I'm pretty excited about the Lithium, and if you get a chance to try it, definitely jump on one.
Yeah, so if you guys got any questions, I'm gonna add one to the quiver. I'll have the 10 for at least a year here. Gonna get out, probably do a full review on it. So if you want to know anything about that kite, now's the time to let me know, and I will answer that in the video in like 6 months from now or something like that. If you, I know, right? It takes a while to test gear, bro. If you guys, if you found the video helpful, give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. We'll catch you later.